Good afternoon, parents. My name is Tyler Funk. I am the athletic director at Kearney High School here. Um, I want to welcome everyone back to our annual parents meeting. I think it's very important that we get as many parents here as we can, just so we can introduce each other. You can come up to talk to me. All the staffs here from a lot of the sports, so it's just a great opportunity for you to get known with the staff, the athletic administration, everyone that's involved with your child when it comes to sports here at Kearney High School. Um, we always have this meeting right before the athletic year starts, just so we can get to know each other. I can inform you of some of the risks involved with your student playing sports here at Kearney High School and how we can prevent those injuries. Because the number one thing we want to do is just take care of the child and make sure they have a fun, enjoyable experience at Kearney High School when they play sports. Like I said, the main purpose of this meeting is to create a relationship between the athletic program and yourself. So feel free. We are very open here at Kearney High School. Feel free to contact us, come up and talk to us. We'll have information for you, contact information that you can always send emails to coaches, whatever it might be, so we have the best interests of your child in mind. As many of us know, sports is to create opportunities to help these men and women grow, not only as athletes but as student athletes. Student comes first, and that's very important to us. So academics is something we stress here a lot. But as we know, one of the risks involved with high school athletics and any athletics in general is injuries. Injuries in sports is something that you see every day. There's a lot of times you turn on the TV with social media now, you see some professional athletes suffered a serious injury, tore their ACL, whatever it might be. Injuries are something that in this day and age we have to deal with. They're going to happen. I wish I could say all your children won't get injured the whole year. That would be a perfect year for me, but it's not going to happen. Somebody's going to get hurt. Someone might even get seriously hurt. So some serious injuries that could occur, obviously, before you guys have all grown up with children, broken bones, muscle tears, muscle strains, concussions, dislocations, dehydration, heat exhaustions. And we take, as a staff, athletic administration, and as coaches, we train our coaches to take, prevention measures against all these things, so that the likelihood of these happening are less and less, because that's what we want. We want safety for you, your child, and we want insurance from you that we know we're trying to do the best we can. With that being said, there are some things that you can do also. It's not just on us. If you want to help your child, prevent injury, there's ways you can help too. Let's go over some of the ways that we can help. Make sure your student athletes have proper physicals. This is one that I see a lot. They come in, they think they had a physical that was on file. It has to be from this year, this calendar year. That's very important. Some people think they carry over year to year. They don't. One reason we want the physical is to make sure the student athlete is in great shape. All right, they're healthy enough to compete in sports. We don't want any, past injuries that we don't know about, and that way we can deal with those past injuries, and maybe have them not do a certain exercise. We want to make sure our athletes are ready to go when the school year starts. You will not be able to participate at Kearney without a physical and insurance form. Another one is proper equipment use. Now, all equipment that will be needed for your son or daughter's sports will be provided by the coach and the athletic administration. All right, with that being said, there are special situations where, we might need a certain ankle brace or a neck brace or a back pad. That's something that if you have one, encourage them to bring that. That's fine. As long as it's cleared with the coaches, it should be no big deal. If it's something the school needs to provide, we'll look into that with the circumstance that might come up. One thing is to make sure you're encouraging to use the equipment that the coaches issue to them. I've seen it many times. We issue girdles or in football or knee pads, and the kids cut their knee pads so they're extra small. That's not helping protect them. They chew their mouthpiece too much. They're not helping themselves prevent concussions. All right, so make sure that we always are staying on top of that. We will, as a staff, make sure that you're on them too about using the equipment properly, not just having it. Using it is very important. I'd say encourage off-season training. We want our athletes to be in the best shape possible. We want their bodies to be ready for competition. All of our sports here are offered summer weights and conditioning, which we just came off of. So it's important that those student athletes, even weights in school, if they have opportunities to take weights, they can do so. It helps their body get ready for the season, helps their body be ready for some high competition that we see at Kearney High School. Communicate with the coaches. This is one of the biggest ones that I see. We live in a society today where they see an injury and a lot of people say, "I'll just rub some dirt on and play through it." That's not what we want. We have a full-time trainer on staff. All right. His job is to look at injuries, no matter how small, how big. So if they tweak an ankle or whatever it might be, the coach's job, they will send them to Owen, who was our trainer. Our trainer will then look at them and see what needs to happen next, whether they need to sit out of practice. If it's bad enough, do they need to go see a doctor? They will communicate with you. The lines of communication when it comes to injury is very important. So we need to first know about the injury, all right, and then as a staff, we'll communicate with you when you see the trainer, and that will help the whole process, because if we have a kid playing that is hurt, it's only going to make it worse. All right, so we really need to make sure the lines of communication are very open. I want to assure all you guys that your children's health is our first priority. But before wins and losses, before even participating, your health and them being safe is our number one priority. All of our staff here at Kearney High School must be certified in both CPR and first aid. They must be certified in concussion, so they know what they're talking about. I know we've talked about a lot of negatives that can happen in sports, but the positives, as you guys know that have been here, really outweigh the negatives. All the way from decrease obesity, and then the increase of self-esteem, teamwork, social skills, just all the skills that you guys learned if you grew up playing sports that we can pass down to your children. We as an athletic program just want to make sure your parents know all the risks that can be involved when your student is participating here. You were given a handbook when you came in. I went over a lot of things that were covered. I probably didn't go over all of them because I don't want to waste all your time, but there are some other things that I did not go over. Make sure you could look at that. The handbook must be signed by you and your student and the student athlete before they are allowed to participate. That is one of the rules at Kearney High School, and it will have all the information you need in it. I'd keep that around and keep it handy for you to look at any times. But signing that handbook makes us know you understand the risks involved with Kearney High School, and you are giving them permission to play. We will do the best to take care of them, and number one thing, just always keeping them safe and having fun and building those relationships and building great young men and great women. Thank you for your time.